Alright guys, how's it going? Awesome Soul here, and today I am piloting the Warp Beetle. Admittedly, not the most fantastic bot, but it was my attempt at making something that was blink capable, which is something I haven't done yet. Also, what I will be covering in this video is the news post from a little while ago. Hello, good sir. It would appear that you've been shot out of the sky. That's not very nice. Ooh, hello. Anyways, yeah, so this is on the Proto-Seeker, previously called the Proto-Leech. Or at least the original concept it came from, which was by Mark himself. Basically, it was an idea to improve ground's ability to fight air, which then kind of turned into the lock-on missile launcher and the flak and all that stuff. So what I'm assuming now is this is no longer going to be a dedicated anti-air gun. It's going to be an anti-everything gun. Which is what it kind of seemed like it was going to be in the first place. Which is probably why they decided to go with flak rather than anything else. So what it states in the news post, it is a... basically, what it appears to be is another normal-sized weapon, quote-unquote. Because it's low CPU, although they never really said low compared to what. And it's going to have, oddly, a low damage per second. Now, is it going to be lots of really quick projectiles that deal hardly any damage? Or, well, really, come on, blink, 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 blink. Yeah, there we go. Damn, blink takes way too much power. Am I the only one that thinks that? Damn. Well, my team got slaughtered as I pushed up behind them. That was unfortunate. This will give me a chance to go over the rest of the points, I guess. So yeah, it's got low DPS, but like I was saying before, or trying to say, well I was kidding, slaughtered. It doesn't really say if it's going to have lots of small... well, it does say they're small projectiles. So, is it going to be one small projectile that deals a decent amount of damage, but it fires slowly, or is it going to be a lot of projectiles that deal barely any damage? Because low DPS is damage per second. It's like the SMGs have high DPS because they fire quickly, and they also deal quite a bit of damage too per shot. But it does say that it has a secret. Now, if any of you know the original concept of the Proto-Leech, which is now the Proto-Seeker, basically what was going to happen was, it was a projectile that would shoot out and then home in and then return back to you, delivering you a special energy that would charge the weapon. And then when you had full charge, you could unleash a really powerful attack. Presumably that's what they're going to go with, because the idea so far seems fairly unchanged from the original. So honestly, I kind of hope we get something like that, because that would make the weapon a lot more unique than just it homes in. But then again, they never really said how powerful the homing is going to be. Personally, I don't think it's going to be as powerful as, say, the missile lock. I think it's going to steer in its general direction. Because the original concept, Mark was saying that he likens it to the Needler from Halo. And if you've ever played that gun, the projectiles steer towards the target. But if the target moves quick enough, the projectiles will just sail on past. So it would be good for medium speed to sort of stationary targets, if that's the case. But if they do make the projectiles fast, then it's going to be another anti-air weapon. Then again, you can... there's fast ground bots, there's hovers, and sleds and stuff. So I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. By the time this goes up, there probably should be another news post. But, again, it comes out on Thursday. Actually, no, I never covered that. So it comes out on Thursday, if you didn't know. The weapon, that is. So we might not even get a news article today. Might have to wait for tomorrow. Anyways, there are a few more things to cover, and something that I have seen pretty much nobody bring up. And I'd like to cover that in the next little half of the video. So hold tight, and I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Back on Glees Lake with the poor little warp beetle. Let's see if I can't pull out a good match with this time. Or this time around, I should say. So, before I go into what I was going to say, with my super secret, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to bring up something that people have actually been talking about quite a bit. And that is whether or not the weapon is a stationary one. A lot of people have been saying that due to the shape of it, I'll put it back up on screen for you guys. Yeah, well, damn, I didn't get the kill. Oh well. Blink, or having the same problem. There we go. That is an insane amount of power needed. Damn. Anyways. So yeah, due to the shape, and because it actually has what I like to call mounting nubs, they're saying that it's not going to rotate at all. I'm not so sure though, because if you take a look, there is what appears to be a seam between the nub and the actual weapon, I guess you could say. Although technically the whole thing is a weapon. That's a very interesting looking thought. Anyways. So I'm saying that what's most likely the case is it just spins along that nub. Although I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, and the fact that it is... You're not going anywhere, pal. There you go. If it is basically a stationary weapon, some people have said it might have some rotation, but if it is a stationary weapon, then that would mean the... Can I kill? Can I get the kill? Or not? Yeah, well. Yeah, basically, if it is that, then it's going to have really powerful homing. Because, I mean, why wouldn't it? Because think about it. If it can't rotate, then how can you aim? You can't possibly aim. So it would need powerful homing. And if that's the case, then I can see something really cool happening. You could stick it on the back of your bot, and they would fly up and sort of arc down on top of your enemy. I think that would be very awesome. So, glad that we actually won a match with the Warp Beetle. I haven't been doing too well with it, but then again, maybe it's just because I've been having some bad luck. Who knows? But now I can talk about the super amazing, awesome bit of news that I don't really think anybody's been talking about too much. Or at least I haven't seen it anyway. So up on screen, this was at the bottom of the page of the news post, and it says Insider. Trademark, of course, the all-important trademark. Microbots tanking up. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. Or at least this is what I think. None of this is confirmed at all. But what I think, it could be one of two things. One, the electroplates are getting a buff. Therefore, small bots that are coated in electroplates rather than tons of armor will be a lot more tanky. Because electroplates right now aren't quite as powerful as they should be. They're not quite worth the CPU investment. But that's just me. He says as he's got electroplates on his bot currently. They're mainly there because shaping and aesthetics, and they look cool. Who doesn't like a good light show? Anyways, number two, they could be adding a new type of armor, which would be really cool. So, I don't see them really bringing back TX armor, just due to the fact that it made air units very powerful. For those of you who don't know, TX armor was basically Megabot armor. Except it was 3 CPU per block. And it had higher armor. Not insane armor, but higher armor than the regular blocks. But it was incredibly light. I think it was something like 5 times lighter. So, as I'm sure you could have guessed, that led to a rise in some very powerful airbot variants. I believe there was one called the Storm Cloud or something. I forget who made it. I want to say Juvar, but I could be wrong, so terribly sorry if somebody else made it. Please correct me down below if anybody knows what I'm referring to. Or I think it was the Dark Cloud. Maybe not. No, I think that was my blimp. I'm getting confused. It's been a long time. Anyways, so yeah, what do you guys think about the Proto-Seeker? And what do you think of this whole microbots tanking up type thing? So yeah, post that down below, get a good discussion going. With that, I will end it here. I've been the Awesome Soul. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.